Yeah, when I realized that we had to start wiping down the gowns, then at that point I knew, like, this is for real. My name is Will, and I'm an ICU nurse. Well, to gear up to go see a patient, I like to use the PAPR. So it's like the big, the big head thing. So you got to, hook up the oxygen, not the oxygen. You got to hook up the motor to it, and then hook up the tube. Put it on. Put on your wipeable gown, double glove. That's not the worst part. The worst part is de-gowning when you go back into the room to take everything off, because everything's contaminated. So you have to be super careful to not touch your clothes while you're wiping each thing down. Try not to break anything because the PAPRs are kind of delicate. And it takes time. It might take an extra 5 to 10 minutes to get into a patient's room when you got to be there like 2 minutes ago, and then you could just be in the middle of degowning when all of a sudden an alarm goes off, and then you've got to, in the middle of your degowning, run back your stuff back on, put it all back on real quick, and run back in the room. You can wear your gown from room to room, but only if both patients are positive for coronavirus. If one's a rule out, then you have to go to their room first, and then go to the positive one second, and then go. You can't go the other direction. You can just see everybody's just tired. We're all just, at the end of our shift, we don't have that same kind of, I don't want to say camaraderie, the same energy level that we would normally have even at the end of our shift. You're beat, by the end of your shift. It's like working a shift and a half. We're like, oh God, what is your day? I'll see you tomorrow. And you kind of waddle off down the hall, and then, go home, eat, take a shower, go to sleep, get back up and do it again. And you just aches and pains in the morning that you normally didn't have. We're trained to not get too emotional, but I've cried with patients in their rooms, and I've had a couple of experiences like that. I had a patient who her daughters weren't able to come see her. Her husband wasn't able to come see her. She was doing very poorly, and we knew she was going to pass. So when they finally decided to make her DNR, comfort care, we used the iPad, and I heard them say goodbye to her. And, it's really rough, You take that stuff home with you. Yeah. I'm always trying to keep myself, my mind occupied, either with, we're doing things with family. We're in the backyard a lot. We've got a swimming pool. We do a lot of that. We do lots of yard work. Everybody's doing yard work right now, I play online video games and stuff at night, go to sleep, and that's just what we're doing. We're just finding ways to keep ourselves occupied. And as far as friends who I haven't seen in a long time, we're able to keep in contact through the online video games and stuff. So I can see them, and I haven't seen my parents in a long time, And so I talk to them, a couple times a week, and they're doing fine. But it's hard. Thank God we've all been healthy, so I take a lot of precautions coming back into the house. I know we all do. I know some nurses have even sent their kids away, and I couldn't do that. But I decontaminate before I get into the house, take a shower, get all my clothes out in the garage before I interact with anybody. And everybody knows, don't interact with Dad until he's done decontaminating. I love my job, I really do. And it's scarier, it's scary going home, but I have to do this. It's my duty. I feel like, we're fighting a war, and I'm a soldier in that war, and so what do I do? Yeah, that we don't really know why it can be so devastating to someone in the prime of their life, and it'll just pass. It's like a tornado. It'll just pass by some people, and some people it'll wreck their respiratory system. And I see a lot of stuff on social media about people saying, "Oh, the coronavirus, it's all hype," and I've seen a few things like that, and I don't understand. I'm taking care of 2 patients today that are both like a year or 2 older than me. One has a history of asthma, one has no history, and those guys could be me. I mean, I could be either one of those guys. It just depends on whether or not my immune system can fight off coronavirus or not. We don't know till we get it. So much love coming from the community for nurses, that's it floors me to see that. I've got a couple of friends who are in the military, and to have them thank me for my service is totally weird. Kind of backwards. We get there's constantly food being delivered, to the ICU or the to the emergency room. I've got family members who, maybe I haven't spoken to in years, who are like, you're sending a message, how are you doing? Make sure everything's okay. All that kind of stuff.